My dear friends, today I'm going to share powerful process, powerful stages which can explain how to strengthen the faith. The faith that can move the mountains. To develop such kinds of faith, one has to go through the process of different phases. The first one is the nesting phase. That's when an idea drops into the mind as an egg is deposited into the bird's nest. The first stage of faith is believing in yourself. Each one has virtually equal creative potential. Positive results follow a positive mental picture. This is the irrevocable law of faith built by God into the universe. Faith will die in the nesting phase unless you believe in the positive ideas that drop into your mind. There is a lovely story which I would like to share over here. A man from the Orient once traveled around the world in search of the wisest guru. He was told that this man lived in a cave high up in the Himalayas. So he loaded his horse with supplies, set off across mountains and deserts, and after months of traveling, came to the foot of a high mountain. He led his horse up the narrow path, through the crevices, until he came to the cave. "Are you the Guru who is known around the world for his wisdom?" he asked the old man sitting in the cave. The old man rose to his feet, walked out into the full light of day, looking into the face of the traveler, and said, "Yes, I am known for my wisdom. What's your question?" "Wise old man, how can I become brilliant? Where can I find wisdom?" The wise old guru stared for a moment into the weary traveler's anxious eyes and asked in reply, "Where can you find your horse?" The answer was obvious. The traveler's horse had been with him all the time. Brilliance and the capacity for wisdom had been within him all the time. Positive ideas that flow into your brain come from God. Don't reject the ideas simply because of your awareness of your own imperfections. Perfectionism keeps many people away from ever embracing the kind of faith that could mature into a mountain-moving force. Let's see an example. An often told folk tale illustrates the futility of perfectionism. A man found a beautiful pearl with one tiny flaw. He thought, If he could remove that tiny imperfection, the pearl would be the world's most priceless one. So, he peeled off the first layer. But the flow was still there. He took off the next layer, thinking the flow would surely be removed. But it remained. He continued to take off layer after layer until finally the flow was gone. But so was the pearl. Of course, no idea is perfect. No idea is without its built-in problems. But trusting the positive potential in an idea is powerful enough to merit your continued support, to make sure you develop mountain-moving faith, build a positive self-image. If you see yourself as a person who is going to become more educated and knowledgeable, then that's precisely what you will become. Your mind's image of yourself will release powers of self-actualization. Hold a mental picture and it will unquestionably, invariably turn into physical reality. Hold a negative picture and negative results will happen. Positive results follow a positive mental picture. This is the irrevocable law of faith built by God into the universe. You better remember this. Draw now a positive picture of yourself. Believe in your ideas and faith will survive phase 1. Here is the second phase, the testing phase. Decision making is easy if there are no contradictions in your value system. A positive idea implies questions like, is this really necessary? Is it really a human need feeling idea? Can it be inspiring to others? Once you are loaded with a positive idea, it's better to ask these 3 genuine questions to the self. Is this really necessary? Is it really a human need feeling idea? Can it be inspiring to others? That's it. And there comes the third phase, the investing phase. This is the phase at which you make a public commitment. Yes, my dear, you commit time, money, energy, and possibly the most valuable products of all, pride and prestige, to the publicly announced project. If, by an act of will and prayer, you determine that you will make the public commitment, the odds are overwhelming that you can succeed. If your problem isn't going away, have you really given it all you have got it? Mountain-moving faith will never fail you. But you can fail it if you aren't willing to pay the price. You might have to pay the price of greater humility, starting back once more at the bottom of the ladder. You may have to invest more months or even years in midlife study and retraining. When we have to back up our ideas with hard work or cold cash, it's easy to get cold feet. The going gets tough when we are forced to either put up or back out. That's why, right over here, invest everything you have got into your dream. And here we are, the fourth phase, the arresting phase. Yes, you are right, my dear, the arresting phase. You have started, you have made the commitment, you have put your name on the line, you have started your run, and now problems attack you. Troubles block you. Defeat seems certain. You begin to think you have bitten off more than seems certain. You begin to think, you wonder if you have made a terrible mistake with your investment. The arresting phase of faith is God's way of testing us before the final victory. He wants to make sure, are we really depending upon Him? Will we really be grateful if we make it? Can He trust us with success? Are we going to prove humble enough to handle the big prize? It is not terminal, it is an arresting condition. At that point of time, you have the choice to hang on or to give up. You and you alone reserve the ultimate choice. Which response will inspire the most people? Our life's situation changes, and therefore our perception of the message also changes. But don't trust the clouds. Trust the sunshine. Don't set your compass by the flash of lightning. Set in the stars. Trust in the sun. Don't trust the shadows. Believe in your dreams. Don't believe in your despairing thoughts. Have faith in your faith and doubt your doubts. Trust in your hopes. Never trust in your hurts. And you will move on, eventually, effectively, inspiringly, to the faith's final phase, the cresting phase. The fifth phase is the cresting phase. Yes, the crowning phase of faith is the cresting phase. The mountain top is scaled. Success finally is achieved. A habit is broken. The money starts flowing your way. The chains are loosened. The bones are healed. You walk back into the sunshine. A broken relationship is healed. The emptiness and loneliness of life is filled with a new friend and loved ones. The winter passes, the spring returns. Remember, God never fails to let the sun outlive the storm. And those who keep on keeping on ultimately survive successfully, and in the process they become an incredible inspiration to others to keep bravely fighting their battles too. So, my dear friends, empower yourself with such powerful faith that you can move the mountains. Enable yourself to dig deep within the self to strengthen the faith within the self. Always keep hold of the faith towards the Almighty, and life is going to be much more pleasant. Life is going to be significant. May you always remain wrapped up within such powerful kinds of pleasant faith forever. Thank you.